we get a woke pope? Not really. This guy's more of a centrist, but the bar is so low in hell that it feels like it. Meet the first ever American to be chosen as Pope Robert Francis Provost, a cardinal out of Chicago. He's been chosen as the 267th. 267th? Oh my God. 266 popes have come before him, and his papal name will be Leo XIV. And personally, I believe the Vatican did all of this on purpose. Walk with me. It's not shocking to anyone with any degree of perception or common sense that our reputation in the US has taken quite a hit since Trump became president, and most people are probably pretty sick of America at this point. So the idea that they're introducing the biggest figure in Catholicism and largely in the world as an American had to rub some people the wrong way. But I think it's more like what happens in preschool, where the grown-ups model appropriate behavior. You know, instead of yelling at little Johnny for running around with scissors and trying to stab Lucy, they're like, hey, guess what, Johnny? We don't have to stab people with anything. We can just be nice to them. So the Vatican, looking at Trump and our crumbling facade of democracy, said, I know, let's just show them how to behave. You can be an American and not be an asshole. Look at our Pope. Also, if you check out the Pope's Twitter history, we really are in the 21st century. The popes have Twitter lore. He has very publicly disagreed with J.D. Vance on many occasions. J.D. Vance is wrong. Jesus doesn't ask us to rank our love for others. I don't know how the Republicans will manage to misconstrue that, but they will. They will. The rest of us, though, see a very clear indication that this Pope does not agree with the current administration. He's consistently retweeted posts that are condemning Trump's behavior, clearly supporting another individual that's asking for people to pray for George Floyd. It's not really reminiscent of anything Trump would say at all. Additionally, Robert Provost has a history advocating for marginalized communities, was very close with the outgoing Pope, Pope Francis, so he shares a lot of the views of the previous Pope, who was very well liked. Might be a little more centrist than people would like, but progressive on some social issues. But the Twitter lore doesn't lie, and we can tell that this particular Pope will not be sanctioning the bad behavior of the Trump administration. Instead, might be a very outspoken critic. And because of his work, his specific work, will likely be particularly vocal against Trump's anti-immigration policies. On Twitter, there'd been allegations that there'd been some essay cover-up by Robert Provost, but in fact, those look to have been false and manufactured by far-right influences. Not at all shocking. But I will report back if we hear any more on that. In the end, take some solace in the fact that the Vatican as good as threw up a middle finger to the US and said, not on our watch. Not only do we not make Donald Trump Pope, we made a dude that doesn't like Donald Trump as Pope. And from here, he looks pretty hardy, so I think he's going to be around a while.